So hi ladies and gentlemen, welcome once more. Today we are going to talk about the relationship between 50 Cent and 6ix9ine.
Amazing!
So no matter what 6ix9ine does in the music industry, he's still going to be successful. First of all, before we go to the relationship between 6ix9ine and 50 Cent, I want you to understand that 6ix9ine is connected to the son of the biggest music guru. Or in fact, 6ix9ine is signed to the son of the biggest name in the music industry. All the money, all the artists all the record labels, where they receive their money from, 6ix9ine is signed to the source. So no matter how much you try to take away 6ix9ine's position in the spotlight or in trend, you are wasting your time. Fighting 6ix9ine is like chasing shadows. When 6ix9ine got into the game, he connected himself to one of the biggest, if not the biggest music CEO of nowadays in the name of 50 Cent. I saw an interview of when 50 Cent was talking about how loyal 6ix9ine was to him when 6ix9ine used to live with him. Unlike what we used to see on the internet, back at home, 6ix9ine was the Daniel, like 50 Cent calls him Danny, you know. But on the face value of it, on the marketing side of it, 6ix9ine was this true one. 6ix9ine was this rainbow kid doing all of this noise in the industry, doing all of these colorful things and not doing, you know, just going viral for the wrong reasons. Of course, he has some big bang music that we've banged in the club in the summers and stuff, but I'm sure 6ix9ine is not really famous for music that much. He's famous for all of the things that's happening around him. If we want to be, you know, be truthful to ourselves. So it's gonna go back to the fact that you need to always learn from the OGs. You need to, no matter what you do, respect the OGs, get attached. No matter what you're doing, no matter what music you are singing, no matter who you are talking with, never talk back against the OGs, especially those that are successful. The Dame Dash, the Jay-Z's, the Kanye West, you know, the Diddy, the DJ Khaled, the Rick Ross, all of these people that have made a name for themselves in the industry. I saw Meek Mill is a little bit a shadow of himself now because immediately he fell down with Rick Ross. He thought maybe doing all of these things with Jay-Z would solidify his spot back in the hearts of the fan. But no, these people are, like I said, are so much interconnected, more than you can even imagine. I think Meek Mill is about to get to that cap table where the split is like Jay-Z said in his line with DJ Khaled, God Deep. Yeah, I like that for him because business-wise or musically he's growing, because artist-wise he has forgotten about that part of him. He's trying to, you know, reinvent himself like a music CEO now. I think he had a management deal with if not OTF, I think so. I've seen a lot of famous record labels or famous artists that had you know, a management deal with Dream Chasers, and Dream Chaser belongs to Meek Mill, of course, and we know that. Let's go now to Wack 100 and DJ Akademiks. I don't know if I'm the only one who has noticed Wack 100 and DJ Akademiks. No matter what Wack 100 does, DJ Akademiks is almost 99% for it. And he always, like, yeah, there are times he brings out a little bit of against situations, I mean, for things that Wack 100 says. Before Akademiks became viral and everything, Wack 100 has been handling talk shows. He has been handling all of these little talks with artists. He knows how to do this interview thing so well. He knows who to call. He knows what to say to go viral. He knows his way around the entertainment. Like, one of the things that he uses to really solidify his spot is the fact that he claims that he has all of these the videos of Nipsey Hussle, the videos of other artists, some nasty videos that we wouldn't want to see. I don't know the type of video. I don't know if they were eating wrongly or they were sleeping wrongly. You know how these niggas do at times. You might be caught sleeping wrongly and they take a video of you. Wack 100 says he has some videos that he's sure the victims will not want the public to see. So I believe that it's putting a little bit of fear factor into the hearts of the fans and the victims himself, which is always going to bring attention towards him whenever I say something, because everybody's trying to find out if they have leaked their secret or not. Let's talk about a very sensitive topic now. You know, I always like to mix these topics in our entertainment talks. The gun laws. I live in Europe. The moment you put a law on something, you are trying to make it skyrocket. You are trying to make it go viral. You are trying to make it become more popular. That's what I've noticed in life. The moment you tell your child, don't do this, that's what he will do. In Europe, all of those laws don't exist. That's why you don't see all of these shootings anyhow like they are in the United States. I asked some of my friends, you know, about these things in the United States. It was so shameful to learn that what I see on the internet or what I see on TV is not what is happening in the neighborhoods. Like any other country in the world, we have these crazy areas. Back in Africa, we have these crazy cities. We have here in Germany, we have these crazy cities where if you know you want to go there, you have to be careful. It doesn't mean that people don't live in that city, but you are not from there normally. But when you go there, you have to, you know, my friends and I always have this conversation about the power of words. Like, I think the problem of the world is language. People just use words anyhow so much so that they don't know the impact of it. You know, because think about it. Americans talk about, they call this checking in. But we know for sure in every city, if you are new in a city, you must talk to someone that, hey, I'm new in this city. I don't want to get hurt. I'm harmless. I'm this, I need protection. Americans, because they term it checking in, now it's become a whole big issue that the cops are looking into it, the fans are worried about it and everything. Like, we don't do it on a daily basis. You know, even if you have to go to visit a family member that you have issues with the husband, you have to let them know, hey, I'm coming over. Can you, keep the whole surrounding calm for me? That's checking in. What do you think checking in is? Do you think checking in is giving all your bank account to somebody? Yeah, of course, some people, some truants in the city are always trying to make it like their own, like they are the law, like they are the police. But nah, we always have bad guys in the society. So you checking in is just talking to the people that are really close to the bad guys, like, hey, please, I'm coming to the city. Just talk to the bad guys to calm down a little bit. Because I know the cops are always like kind of far away from them. But it's funny how the American government goes really hard on this. They always do they put a lot of light on these, the crimes, they put it on social media, everything that's happening, they try to publicize it to the whole world, so much so that the kids that are growing watch these things more than they even watch educational things. You wouldn't imagine how many kids go on the internet to watch all of these crime scenes, all of these things that are happening. The more they learn about this, the more they get this information, they would not have a choice. They will just automatically try to replicate. I think we must have learned a lot of this. I don't know why we keep making the same mistakes. Well, the problems of the world don't change. Those who handle them do. So it's not like something strange. It's not like they don't. It's not like, let me not say they don't know what. Finally, let's close up with this Chris Rock and Will Smith situation. I was looking into this situation and I asked myself that Chris Rock not talking about this. Is it a business move? Is it that he's a calm man, or is it that he's so composed, or is it that he can control himself more than any person on earth? But with time just proved to us that it was all about money. Because if you think about this, when Chris Rock got hit on stage by Will Smith, if Chris Rock would have reacted immediately, then it wouldn't have been a big deal. But the fact that Chris Rock kept that suspense for this little while till when he got his check from, I don't know, is it Netflix, to release the when he talked about the situation on it, and he went hard on Will Smith. I think the crowd in that place that day was expecting that, and it would have been so much better if Chris didn't talk about it, like he held it again a little bit. Could you imagine what the next check would have been? Because the next check would have been like, we want to hear what this nigga has. We want to hear what he has been keeping inside for all of this time. Well, he still had the big money for it. I mean, shout out to him. He still had a lot of check, big money for it that if a lot of artists have, to go on retirement. But I feel like for him, for the goals that he's purchasing, that he has shown us, because at the end of the day, it's all about him. He might be so much comfortable or satisfied with what he had, which it seems like. On a fan point of view, because I'm a big fan of Chris Rock and Will Smith as well, I feel like he would have waited a little bit longer. I mean, at the start, I felt like it was all a whole thing, for a movie was coming out. I thought it was all about the Will Smith movie that was coming out about the slavery and stuff. I thought maybe a special was coming out. I thought it was a crypto project that was coming out, which I think after that there were a lot of crypto projects that came up. There were NFTs that came up with a slap. I think the NFT still exists up to now. That's how I felt at the beginning. I felt like it was a whole entertainment thing, because it is unlike Will Smith to sit at the front rows of the Oscar. Why did he decide to sit that day? I don't know, maybe he might have been sitting in previous editions, but the edition that I have seen, I've done my research on, Will Smith doesn't sit right in front of the Oscars like that. So when I saw all of that thing, I felt like, and the slap wasn't so convincing enough for me. Yeah, of course, because I know when a real nigga's about to box somebody, you're not boxing like carry everybody. When you want to slap somebody, you stand and your hand is moving, not your hand. So I don't know. I'm not a fighter. I'm just saying what I think. So I'm just saying my opinion about this. I don't know how it was done. I don't know why it was done. I don't know how it's gonna end up. Let's just round up by saying the gun laws in the United States, the government is focusing so much time on it. It's putting so much attention on it. It's investing so much resources that are not supposed to be invested on. I mean, I'm not a government official. Who am I to even talk about it? I'm just saying again based on what they have given to me, because all this information I didn't get it out of the blue. I sat on YouTube and it got suggested to me and they posted it. So based on the experience that I've had as a child growing up, everything my parents have always told me not to do, I ended up doing them. I might have found some great, I might have been punished for some, but of course I think that if my parents would have taken it a different route, I wouldn't have maybe made a lot of mistakes that I did. Of course, there are routes that I took against my parents that became so successful. So I'm not gonna, I did not appreciate them for that. So I'm not gonna, blame them for the wrong thing that I did. So, well, it's a balanced life. Yet another day on earth. Please subscribe, like, share, and comment. See you next time.